What's up guys, I'm going to teach you how to program in OpenGL. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get GLFW. So, I will go into my downloads folder, GLFW. We're going to be using 164 because 164 is literally superior. The way I've set up the project is I've done this button, show all files, created a source folder, and put main. And then what you're going to want to do is obviously include projector source, because, and also you're going to want to include solution dir include, because this is going to be where the OpenGL stuff go. Now, the first thing we do here is we copy this GLFW folder, put it in lib. We're gonna use 164, so we're just gonna use this lib vc 2022, and then all we gotta do is just include the lib, and then this. For now, we will just create our window. Now, how does OpenGL work? Well, first we'll create a window first. First let's just test the let's test the building to see if it builds properly. So we're just gonna print hello world. Let's see if this builds properly. And yes, it does build properly. So now we're gonna create a window. The first thing you want to do in creating a window is initialize GLFW. Now, if you type in GLFW, a couple things come up. Create window. Why don't we just create a window? Well, first we actually have to initialize it, because we have to initialize the thing that actually creates the window. And what we also have to do is see if we look over this, it says returns GLFW true and GLFW false if an error. So if GLFW does not equal GL false, then we can say, oh wait, no, equals GL false. And then we could say an error occurred. I don't know how to spell occurred. No. Creating it. And then what we can do is just std exit. There we go. Let's see, does it initialize properly? Yes, initialize properly. Okay, so now we're gonna need to create a window. GLFW create window. Now it's gonna need a width, a height, and a title. These you don't need to care about. So the width we're just gonna do 1280, 720, title, OpenGL tutorial, and a pointer. Okay, but as you can see, it returns GLFW pointer, so we're gonna want to initialize GLFW pointer to it. We can just call it handle. Now, for now, let's see what it actually does. Creates a window and closes out instantly. So what we're gonna want to do is say while true. But you see, the problem with this is it goes while true forever and ever and ever, and the only way to close it is by closing the console. So maybe what we can do is, while not, if the window should close, you give the handle. Basically what this does is just, while the window doesn't need to close, as in it will need to close if you press the X button, but if while non-GLFW window should close is basically while you haven't pressed the close button. And now, let's see what happens. It still doesn't work. And the reason why is because we're going to need to pull events. Think of pull events as basically, okay, when you have, oops, that was an accident. Okay, when you have a window, you can resize it, you can interact with it, you can play with it, right? But the only way you're able to do that, let's say Notepad didn't pull events. I would not be able to move it. I would not be able to interact with it. I would not be able to press these buttons. I wouldn't be able to do anything. Pull events is basically just interacting with the window. So let's go back. So now that we pull events, we should be able to use this. It should be able to work. And boom, I can resize. As you can see, I can create a little rectangle. I can maximize, minimize, close. Now the reason why I did that weird rectangle thing was because we're not clearing the buffers. So what we need to do is swap the buffers. As you can see, now it works perfectly. Great. Now, what else we're going to want to do is we're going to want to initialize the OpenGL stuff. And the way you do that is just GLFW make context square. Handle. And then, actually, after this, once we implement glue, this is where the glue init comes in. Alright, so that was day 1 of the tutorial. Good luck.